song that I have loved since I first heard it when I was in high school. Haunting. What's the Deal? Early Pink Floyd tune, 1972. The album was obscured by clouds, which was one of the last album really before Dark Side of the Moon, and it was pretty much a soundtrack to a French movie called La Vallée, which probably means the valley, for those of you that speak French. Not probably. But in any case, so they wrote a bunch of tunes kind of designed as background stuff for scenes going on in the movie. And some of this song is beautiful. And it's a really great, it's easy. It's a really good one to practice. Very slow arpeggios, very simple chords. And it's a great one to practice just getting your alternating picking down with your right hand. So that's what we're going to look at in here, is just a nice alternating picking pattern, although David Gilmour plays it with the cross picking. It doesn't, we might talk a little bit about that. It doesn't really matter in the case of this particular song. I like the alternating one better. And then just a couple of very simple chords. Some G's, some G7s, and some C's, a little descending bass part in, from C down to A minor. So let's take a look at what's going on with the hands first, and then we'll kind of break down what we're going to see in What's the Deal. We have our 4-string arpeggios being played over a very simple set of descending notes that are just an octave apart. So all I need for the first couple chords here is a high G on the 3rd fret of the 1st string with my index finger, 1st finger, and a G on the 4th string at the 5th fret with my 3rd finger. And this shape is just going to descend a half step at a time from the 3rd and 5th frets to the 2nd and 4th, to the 1st and 3rd, and to the 2nd and open. There are only 2 things going on with the right hand in this song. Well, mostly 2. You're mostly either strumming a chord, like right now I'm playing the G chord, and I'm just lightly brushing down across the strings. A very simple strumming pattern that just keeps downs and ups moving constantly, something like down, down, up, down, up, down, up to G7. Keep that same thing going. So walking through what happens, hopefully you got the tab and the chart there in front of you. All we're doing for the first line is playing this pair of notes at the 3rd and 5th frets, like we talked about in the left hand close-up, and keeping our alternating picking going. So this is more like just an exercise. And just make sure you keep a real steady pace going. You can play it, this is really good to practice with a metronome, we'll get to that in a minute. And then the first 4 measures, you just descend half step at a time. Okay, let's try a play-along, sing-along, pick-along to What's the Deal? Metronome, too. 88 on the metronome, and that's about the real speed. Right now I'm just going to sing the first verse and the first chorus so that you have an idea of what it's supposed to sound like, but to get the real version you got to listen to Dave. So 88, 4 beats, 8 measure intro, here we go. 3, 4.